Killing it up here, dude. I should have been a rapper. All right, everybody. Just a quick reminder to keep the table chatter to a minimum. It's really hard to hear jokes when you're trying to tell your own, right? So let's give it up for our next comedian. Put your hands together, everybody. I've known this guy for quite some time when he first started doing comedy. Everybody, it's Chris Reed.
Hey, what up, Bay City? You guys having a good summer so far? Yeah, me too. Honestly, I'm just glad the 4th of July is over. I hate that holiday.
I love it!
Yeah, it's because of the fireworks. They're so damn loud.
I love it!
And they scare the hell out of my dog. Yeah, he runs off and hides under the bed, and I'm sitting here like, great. Now who's gonna lick this peanut butter off my nipples? Kills the whole vibe. Hey, so we got any veterans in here tonight? Any veterans? Where you at? Hey, all right, hey. Thank you. Hey, round of applause for this gentleman over here, please. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you. I like to thank you too, man. I like to thank veterans whenever I can. I thanked a veteran last night at the restaurant. Went over to his table and I was like, thank you for your service, and I shook his hand, and then I noticed his legs were gone. So I was like, man, I'm sorry about your injuries. He looked really confused. Turned out he was just wearing camouflage pants. Kind of embarrassing. Speaking of embarrassing, I'm a substitute teacher. That's my day job. I don't like my day job. I do try to be positive though. Like every morning when I go to work, before I walk into the building, I always stop and I say, it's gonna be a great day somewhere. It's a hard job, man. Last school I was at, behavior was terrible. Kids were out of control, but all the teachers walked around like this. Yeah, then I saw the principal. He was like, and even the lunch ladies were like,
could I get ranch with those?
and I thought, now that's what I like to see right there. School spirit, you know? Like things might not be perfect, but we're still number one. Made me proud to be there. Then later on in the classroom, a little boy held up 3 fingers. I said, well, what does that mean, young man? He said, well, 3 fingers means you need to use the bathroom. 2 fingers is for a drink. And 1 finger means you're having a mental breakdown. And it all made sense. Now, most of the kids I work with are pretty cool, but they can say some weird stuff. Like I had this little girl come up to me, she's like, Mr. Reed, is the Empire State Building the most important building? I said, no, it's not. She's like, well, then what is the most important building? I said, well, that all depends. Like, during times of war, the most important building is the Pentagon. In times of peace, the most important building would be the United Nations. After the day like I've had today, the most important building is Murray's Liquor. She was only 6, but I wasn't going to bullshit her. So I actually have a couple of kids of my own. They're both grown up and gone now. But even though they've moved out, I'm still a dad, right? Like, that doesn't change. I still think about him every day. Still help my son work on his car. Still want to bang my daughter's friends. Hey, at least now they have boobs. Changing the subject. So, when the kids moved out, my wife and I decided to get a dog. And I've always heard people say that having a dog is just like having a kid. And that's actually true. There's a lot of similarities. Like when they make a mess on the floor, you gotta rub their face in it. When you need a break from them, you tie them up outside. When they don't listen, you kick them in the balls. That kind of stuff. These are just jokes, right? I don't want y'all thinking I'm like some kind of monster or something. Because in reality, I would never, ever do anything like that to a dog. Against my values. It's not how people are always saying, keep it real. Keep it real. Yeah, I tried to keep it real once at a funeral. Yeah, the widow was trying to be all positive, you know. She was like, I know Harold's gone to a better place. And I know he's looking down on me. And I know he'll always be with me in my heart. I'm like, yeah. But wouldn't it be better if he was still alive? I don't understand some people. Hey, another thing I don't understand is this obsession with Chris Hemsworth. You know, the Marvel actor? I mean, he's decent looking, but he is not all that. Okay? I was actually thinking about him the other day while I was masturbating. I had a Thorgasm. Which makes sense, because in my fantasy, my ass was getting hammered. It was marvelous. Fuck those Marvel movies. Hey, so y'all might have noticed I have a slight limp. I was out getting my wife some flowers and I twisted my ankle. Tripped over a tombstone when I was leaving the cemetery. Hey, it was worth it though. I got her some roses. Shout out to the Thompsons. Wherever they are. Save me some cash. I had to get my wife some flowers though, because I made her mad at me the other day. Yeah, we were at a family dinner, and I told her she had a booger, like right in front of everyone. She got embarrassed. So afterwards, we decided to come up with some code words to use in case that happened again. Yeah, so we decided that if one of us has a booger in the nose, then we'll say, you got a homie in the crib. Right? But sometimes the homie leaves the crib. So if you got a booger on the lip, then we'll say, there's a homie on the porch. Worst thing though is when the homie leaves the porch. Yeah, we were at a party. My wife looked at me. She was like, OMG, homie in the yard. I repeat, homie in the yard. And I went in the bathroom and looked in the mirror. I had a homie smashed into my beard. Yeah, how does that even happen? Oh, but that ain't nothing. We were at Meyer in the checkout lane, and I sneezed real hard. My wife was like, ooh, homie across the street. And I looked at the dude in front of us. My homie was stuck to the back of his neck. Yeah, we were cracking up too. Until the dude turned around. He was like, what's so funny? I was like, nothing, man. We were just laughing about something that happened to my homie. That was a close one. Hey, man, but being married is a trip, though. Like, last night I went in the bathroom to brush my teeth, and my wife was in there taking a shower, and all of a sudden, I hear her shoot a snot rocket. Yeah, I was like, gross. What are you doing in there? She was like, well, I blow my nose in the shower to save on toilet tissue. And I really couldn't get mad about that, because that's the same reason I shit in there. It's fine. The hair trap catches all the corn. And most of the peanuts. Hey, so hey, did y'all hear about that biker that got hit by that turkey? Yeah, dude was flying down the road, man, doing like 80, right? And the turkey just nailed him. Knocked him right off his bike. He survived, but he broke just about every bone in his body. Yeah, and then afterwards everybody's talking about how sad it was, and I'm like, dude, he's not the only one that got hurt. I pulled like 4 muscles in my back. Do you know how hard it is to throw a 40-pound turkey? That shit ain't easy. Alright, so before I get out of here, I'll leave y'all with this one last thing. And this might be TMI, guys, but lately I've been having some issues with my backside, some sharp pains, burning sensations, some bleeding, and I'm in my 50s now, so 2 words keep going through my head: colon cancer, right? I actually searched up the symptoms, and unfortunately, everything matches up. Yeah, so I'm concerned that this discomfort I've been experiencing is probably colon cancer. Or it could be the gerbil. I should probably look into getting him declawed soon. All right, you guys have been great. My name's Chris Reed. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Keep it going for Chris Reed, everybody. Banned from all pet stores in the tri-state area. Chris is really funny. Like I said, I've been seeing him since he first started. He's come a long way, so it's really awesome to see just comedians grow and become really, really good at this craft. Somebody else is really good at this